Welcome everybody to Talking Ball. Welcome. Later episode than usual. Later in the day. This is our late night Spurs episode. Coming at you very American today. If you got the flannel, got the Southern accent, but next to me is a guy who is very much continental. He's much more cultured and European than me. And his name's Jose. What's up, buddy? You're muted, by the way. Don't forget.
So I'm not muted now. I've unmuted myself. I don't know about cultured and European. I think it's a bit far-fetched. Yeah, I'm just a regular mill Joe, but I just happen to be with an SC at the end of it. Jose, regular mill Jose.
Love it. I love it. Well, I'm glad you're here. And speaking of glad they're here, I told everybody in the teaser today that we had a special guest, and boy, howdy, do we have a special guest for you. I'm just going to bring her right in, add her to the stage. It's Ellie.
Hello,
what's up, Ellie?
Hello.
Yes.
Well, I was going to say, Jose may not be cultured and European, but I certainly am.
Boom, exactly. Just look at the way you play football.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I've never seen you play football, but one day we'll do a kickabout whenever I come. That sounds awesome.
Keepy uppies.
We should organize like a match with people that do YouTube stuff. That sounds hilarious. Like a 6-on-6 or something.
You'll all go to try and break me legs. I ain't playing with you lot.
Oh no.
No, you're gonna be on my team. It's teams. It's like, it would be like we would have to pick up a couple extra people, but yeah, there'd be a talking ball team. This would be a lot of fun.
Did you see that post by Johnny where he showed the girls doing all those skills? Bloody hell.
No, I didn't see it, but I'll have to check it out. Was it in the thread? I must have missed it.
It to you. It's so brilliant.
Please do.
It's amazing.
Yeah. People are getting better every single day. Like I look at kids that are, the talent level just goes up and up. But very good to see you both. Very good to have both you guys here, and very good to see everybody in the chat. We got some big dogs in the chat tonight. First of all, I just want to say, get this piece of housekeeping out of the way. Channel got monetized. We fooled them into monetizing us somehow, and they did it. And that allows us to have memberships. And if you would like to become a member of La Familia, as we are calling it, please feel free to do so. The link to do so is pinned to the top of the chat. So, guys, if you want to be a part, feel free to join. If not, being here just makes you part of my family. Trust me. Big love to everybody. But speaking of people and speaking of members, we got Chris Peters, who is my first Patreon member and I think first member here as well. Chris Peters is a huge supporter of the club.
He is the first official member when we did the membership. The day that we rolled them out, he was the first official member.
Boom. I thought so. Chris Peters, big up, man. Hope you're well. Hope the family's well. Tell everybody that I said, hey, we need to talk more, as I always say to everybody. We've also got Liam Hardy in the house. Liam, what up, Liam?
Evening, Liam.
This is multilingual Jose. That's you, man. That's you. Sean, a member as well, says big up La Familia. Yes, big up Sean.
Hope as well, mate.
Big up, my guy. Big up. Let me put the banner down. Sorry, guys. Everybody, again, make sure you hit that like button on the way and hit the likes, gang. Hit the likes.
Y'all.
Hit the likes, y'all.
Hit the likes.
Hit the likes, mate. Hit the likes, mate. And then we've got someone to say the other word for us. So we've got the y'all, and I'll say mate, and then someone down the bottom in the chat already can give us the last one.
Boom. Here, we were hoping they'd be here. Chris Peters, so is bigging you up, Ellie. Chris Peters, Chris Peters. David Clark. Hi from Leicester. I wondered where you were from. Just kidding, David. I'm just giving you trouble. I've been on another Spurs podcast where he showed his journey from London to watch Spurs at Man United and tell us how much it cost him to get to the game and back. 153 pounds. Jesus.
Wow. That's a lot of money.
That might come back up. That is a lot, though, and that's real dedication.
But I'll tell you what, that's not. If you're looking at a train journey return on a train from here to Manchester, especially when they know there's a football match going on, they up the prices for some reason.
Yeah, they do.
They up the prices
for some reason.
Yeah, get something to eat. Even the train journey probably cost nearly half of that, if not a bit more. Something to eat and then a ticket, I suppose. Really, 153 quid ain't that bad. It's a lot of money.
I have it lucky here. And I could easily end up spending that. I'm really lucky here with what I play to see that my local or whatever. It's not local exactly, but it's the closest I have.
Yeah,
anyway,
how much for Nashville? How much did your season ticket cost you? Did you say?
I don't know, like $400 somewhere in that
And
region, $400.
So how much is 400 quid in English sterling? 300 odd.
330, 340, something like that.
Okay. So and how many games do you get for that, Colin?
I don't know. Let's say 20 minimum.
Colin, do you know anything about Nashville?
No, I've been to some matches, became friends with some people, and then a season ticket became available in this spot where I always sit, and I was like, I'm buying it. I can't be, I can't not support the closest team. You have to. So
for a season ticket, it just doesn't sound like 330 notes here in England is that much money for a season ticket.
It's a good deal. That's another reason why I got it. It's in the fan section, so you can't sit. But that's no problem for me. I like to be up and be rowdy, have a good time. I'll be about this close to Hugo Lloris whenever they come. That's what I'm most excited about. But Lee Smithy Smith though is in the house. Big up all. Big up to you, Lee. Hope you're doing well, my guy.
Yeah.
And here is the man himself, Mr. Cobber. Morning, you mob. Love yous all. We love you back, David.
Hi, David.
Big love, my man. He says, this Cobber became a Cobber. Oops, better hit the Ken likes Cobber.
Yeah.
Hit it, Cobber.
Yeah.
You're the man. We appreciate you. I appreciate you. You're a good dude. I froze, so I'm gonna do that for a second. I'm getting my internet worked out in the new house, guys. But Jim says, big up. But finally, we're almost down at the bottom. Everybody's just bigging up at each other. So big love to everybody in the chat. We've got some stuff to talk about. And Ellie, it's been a while since we've seen you on this show together. I know you've been on the channel with Ash, producing some lovely Spurs analysis and Spurs content. Big up and thank you for joining Ash. Ash is awesome and she loves you, and so it worked out perfectly.
She's lovely.
Great. It was great stuff. Yeah, she's awesome. And so, but we haven't got to talk to you much about the match. Like, hold
on. You got to just before you ask her, just let me just catch up. You got people saying hello to each other. David Clark's just confirming he was by car and he was driving, so he didn't drink that much. Well, how much does a tank of petrol cost to go up to? Because I know that fuel ain't that cheap in England at the moment. I just don't think 150 quid, 3 quid from London to Manchester. Watching the game, have something to eat or whatever. I don't think it's that bad at all, to be honest. We love Spurs. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. We love Spurs. And then we have people who are saying hello to each other. Dry roasted peanut.
Hey,
dry roasted peanut.
The
nice to see you back. It's nice to see you back, Ellie. Saying
thank you.
And
thank you very much. Nice to be back.
Chan, who's our daily reporter. Good morning. Wednesday, the 17th of January, 2024. So he's already into tomorrow. Yeah. From inside Mass Rail Transit, which is a train, and MRT, that I'm commuting to work. Been a long while since I've seen Queen Ellie appear alongside Senor Garcia and Mr. Sievers. Big up, Chan. Big up, Chan.
The biggest of up. Chang is awesome. I love you, Chang.
Yeah, he's lovely.
David Shears also saying, good day, Ellie. Great to see you back.
Good day, David.
We love Spurs has come in saying, oh dear, to West Ham.
Oh, yes.
We've got one today.
We've got Shane saying, good day, all coys. Good day to you as well, Shane. And then you've got Ash P. My 3 favourite people to hear before sleep time.
Yay. Yeah. Big up Ash.
And West Ham have lost to Bristol City in the FA Cup. Just on the Ash thing, tomorrow morning, I mean, we'll be plugging it later on today in the show, but tomorrow at 11 a.m. GMT, Ash will be hosting Talk and Ball. So Ash will be back on tomorrow on our screens hosting Talk and Ball tomorrow at 11 a.m. GMT.
Yay, go Ash. I might turn off this light. I look like it goes.
Can I just say, I've caught up with the chat now, Colin, so you were asking Ellie something, so I'll let you carry on.
Oh, I was just going to ask Ellie a series of questions just about the match. I mean, we know your general feelings about it, but, like, I just have been asking everybody.
I'll see you later.
No, oh no! Just for a second, we haven't
I know,
talked about
I'm
Ellie yet.
joking. I'm joking. Ellie laughed straight away, so she got the
I
joke straight
know.
away.
Making me feel bad. Your
Later.
British humor is making me feel bad. No, I'm just kidding. Ellie though, Ellie, what Timo Werner? First impressions? He got
Yeah.
dang near 90 minutes. What
He
did you
had a
think?
pretty decent game. The only thing his finishing was off, but we knew that about him beforehand,
Right.
from his Chelsea days. But he's had seasons where he's played in Germany, where he's had fire seasons, scoring goals for fun. But
Yeah.
I thought he was quite impressive. He made himself available, got himself around the pitch, pressed very well, laid off the goal for Benny as well. He had the presence of mind to do that and not have another shot. He probably thought, if I shoot, that's 4 misses. 3 misses, they might let me off. So
Yeah.
I thought he had a pretty decent game. He didn't set the world on fire, but he did all right, you know.
Yeah.
And he can
Absolutely.
only improve. I think they have to work on his shooting. He has to work on his shooting because it was a bit woeful, to say the least.
He wasn't the only one. He wasn't the only one. It
No.
scares me without Sonny in the team how terrible we look in front of goal. But we do have one player that has been consistently scoring, so that's good. I also wanted to
Yeah.
ask you about this guy right here, Miss Ellie.
Oh,
He's back, and he's
Benny.
back with a vengeance. This
Benny
is
Bentoncourt.
Jose's man. Jose is
He's my
Jose.
G. Has been my
He
G
is.
Oh
for
my
18
God.
months since he came to Tottenham. I've said all along, this guy is absolutely brilliant. I said it from day one that he came through
I
the door.
know. And do
He
you know
did.
what?
I
I was
can't
just on
deny it.
Kate's show, right? And I actually said he's
I
my
heard you. I heard you.
yeah. I'll stand by that because I think he's got more about his game than any other midfielder apart from Rodri. But Rodri's a different midfielder. I don't see Rodri like do silky skills like Bentancur can do. He's more of a robust, uses his weight, uses his size, his physique, to get him past those players. Whereas Benny, he's got all the tricks in the books. And I just love him. I think he's fabulous. His movement off the ball, he's so graceful when he receives the ball as well. And he's always
There's
got
yeah.
the best players have always got one step ahead. They've got really good vision, and he's got that. So yeah, I'm with you, Jose and Colin. I'm 100% behind Benny. What a player! Look,
Definitely.
Like I said, and I say it now, obviously, because he's coming back from injury. He's still not there, Ellie, yet, is he? He's still building up his
No.
fitness and stuff like that.
yeah,
But you can see, like you said earlier,
get him
Els,
now.
you can see the elegance and how
Yeah,
his ball playing, his carrying, his excellence rubs off on the other players, and he
Yeah.
makes other players look good as well.
Yeah.
You were right in your assessment in what you said. I couldn't have put it better myself, but I totally agree with your assessment from earlier.
yeah.
We're both
And
coming from the same hymn sheet.
because he played
Whoa.
so many games with Højbjerg, right? I don't know if you noticed, guys, but they were really communicating well because
Yeah.
Højbjerg was the holding midfielder, and then Skip got more forward. And then later on, I think Benny said to him, "Get more forward, Højbjerg, because you'll do more damage limitations." Because he was losing the ball a couple of times trying to dribble out. Whereas if you do that up top, they've got further to the goal, So,
Right. Yeah. It's not as like immediately awful. It can be dealt with. I get what you're
yeah,
saying.
true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. It wasn't his best match. That's for sure for
No.
Højbjerg. But
nah. He done a
that's
few
okay.
good things, like
Yeah.
he normally does. He picked out a pass to Werner, but Werner just strayed offside. But he split the defence with it, and he was
I
good
love
to be in on
those types of
goal.
passes. Do you
Yeah.
remember that pass? Do you remember that pass that Skippy put in? The ball bounced
Brilliant.
and he hit it, and oh my god, the way it just floated above the ground. The ball spin on it was
Fantastic pass. Best pass
beautiful.
of the game, actually.
It was for sure, yeah, which is funny
Yeah.
because you wouldn't think so. But yeah, 100% agree. 100% agree. I wanted to say, hey, before the chat got too crazy, we've got Todd Spurs in the building.
It's brilliant. This comment is superb.
Yes, I do love it.
I see that all the players we've sent to West Ham didn't help them tonight. Well, do you know what? just because you're our crowd, we've got some keeping West for tonight. And I'll tell you what, by all accounts, I don't think we'll be opening much with tonight's ones. I tell you,
I have to get the second one made still, but it'll only take a second.
I don't think we'll be helping them much. And you got a lot of the first one to add the third player into it that I told you about.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah.
And we got Niall Kane, Ellie's first. I first met him on when Ellie was doing the women's football.
Today.
Yeah,
Niall Kane, what up, my guy? What a big dog.
I first met him. Yeah, first met Niall when we were doing the women's football World Cup.
That's right, because I first met him on Nippon's show. Yeah, and then he joined us on the ladies' show, which was fabulous. He's a lovely guy. He messaged me today as well. So big up Niall Kane, the man from Montrose.
And then we have Daniel Sandoval, Bolivian chef in the house.
Hello. Yay!
It doesn't get much better than this. We got the whole family here.
I'll give him the Gareth Bell.
Right, we Love Spurs has asked a question, so I've starred it. We'll come back to that in a minute. Niall Kane is saying the same thing, so I'm going to avoid Niall for a minute because it's already come up, and then we can talk about it, Niall, as well. And then we've got get well soon, Ash. Glad you're doing fine. Do you have your own channel? I'm sure I've saw you as a guest before on Kate, etc. Niall, this is Ash's home. It's Talking Ball.
Ash's home,
and she has a show tomorrow that she's presenting. She's hosting her show tomorrow at 11 a.m. in the morning GMT, because obviously Ash is on Indian time, so because she lives in India, it's 5.5 hours. They're 5.5 hours ahead. So at the moment for Ash, it's like 10 to 4 in the morning. So what she's doing?
I've sent Noel the link anyway. I've sent him the link, and I'll send him the next link for Ash's next show as well.
What Ash is doing awake now at 10 to 4 in the morning, I'll never know.
I know.
And then we've got. She says, "Yeah, I think I saw her hosting before. I saw you hosting before, Ash. All you great bunch. Thank you very much." And then David Shear saying, "Ash, I'm trying to learn Hindi, but you guys get excited and talk rapidly."
That's the same for us, though. I mean, I do it in English. I'm always talking borderline too fast. So yeah, I get it.
I'll tell you what though, when I'm in Cyprus, right, and I watch the Greek channels, they speak proper grammatical Greek, and they speak at 100 miles an hour. It's like, what? Well, I'm trying to decipher what they said.
You want to see when I'm dealing with through work, I've got to deal with a lot of government agencies, and when we speak to them and we're on with them in meetings and that, they don't want you to hear the in-between things, so they speak at 130 miles per hour, and then they say, "And you can sign up here," and we're like, "Nah, we're not doing that. No, we're not doing that." We've got a starred comment here, right? And so I'm gonna. With the start comment, I'm going to go and I'm going to ask Ellie first. It's come from We Love Spurs. Says, what's your thoughts going on Sergio Reguilon going on loan to Brentford?
Yeah, I'm sort of in mixed minds because I thought Reguilon going forward is really decent. It's just defensively he got found out a bit. I think that's his downfall. His defensive attributes are not that high. He hasn't got a high ceiling when it comes to defensive work, but attacking wise I thought he was quite decent. He missed quite a few chances, I know that, but at least he got there to be there. So I'm a bit mixed. I don't know about Reguilon because he's been on loan and we haven't really given him a chance, and I don't think he's not in Angie's plans. Otherwise he wouldn't be going to Brentford on loan. He's obviously seen him, and there was that part where I think it was Jose gave him was it him or Gio? No, I think it was Reguilon who gave him a pig or something, didn't he?
Yeah. And he still broke COVID regulations and went out.
Yeah, and he still broke and went to Lamella's party, didn't he?
Yeah.
So there must be a little bit distrust there. He's a bit of a party boy, maybe.
That's what people have said. Yeah, I don't really see. I mean, obviously we don't know the man, but I do think that we are perhaps a little. I mean, it makes you think that there must be something in the cards for Sessegnon, right? Because otherwise we'd be very short in the
Mia said
that department.
He's not in the plans. He's not in Ange Postecoglou's plans. So I think
Who's
he's
that?
moved on. Sessegnon.
Yeah, okay. So I'm trying to find it because that's
Yeah.
what I was looking for now. Sessegnon, there was post that came out on Twitter earlier that Postecoglou's told him he's not in his plans at all.
He's not in his
Damn.
plans.
So
And
what are we
you
gonna
can't
do about
blame
left
him
back?
because the man is cropped. He's like he's more than cropped. He's like cropped, and he's not played. I think he's played about 8 or 9 games for us in 4 seasons since we've had him. No, he's
Yeah.
played more than that, but I mean lately he's only
No, I
played
feel
8
you.
or
Yeah.
9 games.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know
I
what?
cut one of these players' heads off a little bit. Don't blame me,
Substituted.
guys.
He actually got substituted against Wolves. He got brought on and then he was substituted.
Damn.
So,
Oh, really? Substituted off? Oh, man, that's
Yeah.
bad. Substitution. Yikes.
Yeah, it's a shame really because he had potential, but he never lived up to it.
So
Injury.
like how light does that leave us though in the left back position?
No, because I think Mia said it. Mia said it on the show earlier on, and I totally agree. And it's my thought and my sentiment exactly. If you lose a doggy, you simply put Mickey van der Ven there, and then you play the Dragon and Romero both at centre halves.
I gotcha. I get it. I get it.
You've got it covered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the time being.
Yeah, I get you. I get you.
I would like to see Cambiasso coming from Juventus to give a doggy. So you want to be if the top teams have 2 elite players in positions for each position. Well, Cambiasso would be brilliant foil for a doggy because that the levels would be there. They're not going to be like that. The levels would be kind of like there. So and he's young. He's 23, I think, and he's a really good player as well.
It would fit the profile for sure. Damn, I keep cutting off this guy's head. Sorry, guys. If one of these guys has their head cut off a little bit when we do the keeper West Ham's later, don't judge me. I'm doing my best. Okay.
So in response to the question that was posed by We Love Spurs, I'm agreeing with everything Ellie's just said. I don't know whether I can match more than what Ellie said. It's interesting because he was a much when Sevilla they used to win the UEFA Cup every year, didn't they? Or the Europa League, whatever you call it. So I can't remember what season it was, but in one of the seasons that they won it, he was on loan from Real Madrid to Sevilla, and he'd done so well in the competition and in the league that everybody wanted him. The only people that didn't want him was Real Madrid, his parent club. And loads of people wanted him. We ended up buying him. I don't know. We've paid £30 million for him or something like that. He's come to us. I think we bought him under Poch.
That makes sense.
I think it was Italian the Poch we bought him, and I think he was injured. I think we bought him when he was injured, and then we didn't see him or didn't see much of him at all. And then obviously Poch got sacked, and then Mourinho came in, and I think he was injured for the start of Mourinho's tenure, and then he came in to play for Mourinho. And I think he'd done well for about 5 or 6 games, got another injury, and then it's c'est la vie. It's everything since then has been sayonara. He's not been at the club at all. He's been out, loaned, and everything. And
remember we used to be worried that Madrid were going to come back in for him, or at least large contingents of the fan base were like, "Oh no, he's got that buyback clause." Well, I wish they would have activated it now.
I think it's quite difficult. Would you not agree, Ellie? It's quite difficult to see any of these players making it at Tottenham. If you keep sending them out year in, year out on loans, it's hard for them to actually make it at the club, isn't it? Wouldn't you not agree? So, like your Ndombele, Reguilon, these players don't have an avenue back to the side because they keep getting loaned out. Yeah,
because they don't see them on one side. They know they've got the inside track on what the player's temperament is, his mentality, how he carries himself, what he does to his body to keep fit. They see it all. We don't. We're not privileged for that. But what we read and what we see is a player, when we see him on the pitch, we don't see a bad player, but we don't see an all-round player that can defend. Like, you wouldn't swap him for Udogie, not in a million years.
Yeah.
Udogie gets in 100%. So it is better get him on loan, get him out on loan, get him off the wage bill a
And
little bit as well.
Brentford don't have a left back. Did you guys already say that? Sorry, I've been cutting out players over here.
That's it.
But
So
Brentford don't have a left back. Yeah, so he'll get minutes.
yeah, and maybe they can give us Mbomo in return because I like that player.
Let's just take. Let's just get Reggie in the shop window.
Well. I thought he was quite old, but he's quite young.
So just Chan has just gifted 5 Talking Ball memberships.
That's lovely,
Whoa, Chang.
And they've gone to Shane, Darren West, Lisa O, Steve D, and Mark Cousins have all been given them by Chan.
Thanks,
so thank you very much, Chang. Very much appreciated.
What a good freaking dude. Chang, I love you, man. Love you, brother. I can't wait to have you on the show again soon.
And for some reason, it's come up as David Shear is a YouTube member. But we knew this. But it's come up
he already was. Big up, David. Big up to you,
David,
man.
For being a YouTube member.
Yeah, all love, all the time, baby. Thanks everybody for all of your support. Truly, it means the world to me.
David Shear's just come in with a super chat saying Donnelly needs minutes or send him out. Then Ange knows best. Thank you, my hosts, for a great show. Yeah. Thank you very much, David Shear.
Thanks,
I think Donnelly will not go out on loan.
Really? Yeah, Jamie Donnelly.
I think we're going to keep him.
He's got him in the bench and he's not getting that many minutes. So what is he learning? He's sitting on the bench, isn't he? But they should really do what they did to Kane and put him out on loans, 3 or 4 clubs, and then when he comes, by the time he's 21, 22, he'll be the finished article. You know, because he's got the skill set, the boy. He's a talented footballer already.
I'm totally ignorant to him. I haven't seen a thing of the guy, so I can't intelligently speak on him.
I've seen him live as well. He's a very, very good footballer, Colin.
I've only heard good things, and I trust your judgment too as a scout. I trust your scouting ability. But yeah, I would love. I always love it when local or people that have kind of grown up with the club, even just young players in general, get a chance. So yeah. Big up for him. Hopefully he does get the minutes he needs.
There's another one we've got called Mikey Moore, who's fantastic as well.
I've heard that we got a hold of that Santiago fella, and I heard he's real good. So that's a plus. Big up for the team for scouting, and I don't know, maybe things are changing at Spurs. I don't know. I feel something in the wind. It doesn't feel like normal Spurs activity to me. Just focusing on really good youth players, the same game from the youth team on up to the youth teams on up to the first team. It's something's changing at Spurs, and I feel like we're really going to be excited by it once it fully takes root. So can't wait to see what Big Ange has in store. Can't wait.
But for me, I think with Donnelly, I'm just going on David's comment here. With Donnelly, right? For me, I understand that normally you want to send out someone to get minutes and stuff like that. But with the amount of injuries we've had and that, and we're trying to ship players out as well, Ellie. There's players that we're trying to actively get rid of. And with that, we still need to have a squad. And I think that maybe for him, for Donnelly, I think that the rest of this season, it might be well served just to be in and around the first team, because he'll get minutes and he'll learn the style of play and what Ange expects of him and that. So I just think that he's more beneficial this year for him because he's still young. What is he, 19?
I think he's 18.
18, okay. I knew he was still young. And I just think he's going to benefit rubbing shoulders with the first teamers and that week in, week out, because he's been staple in the squad all for the first half of the season. So I just think that this after this season, I think it bodes better for him to be there. Right? I mean, if we look, our next game against Man City, and then we play Brentford, you're still gonna have Bissouma away, Sarr away. The likelihood is although we don't know, it's not confirmed. The likelihood is Lo Celso will still be injured. So you're already taking 3 of your midfielders out of it. Bentancur is on his way back from injury, trying to get fit. So you're not gonna flog him for 90 minutes per game. If Skip and Højbjerg start, because of the intensity that Ange plays at, Skip and Højbjerg won't last 90 minutes. they're going to need to be replaced as well because they're not going
I
to last.
think Højbjerg would have gone. I think Højbjerg stayed to help the squad out. You know, that's why he stayed, because he really wanted his move away. Yeah. Like he's an international. He's a Danish international. He needs to be playing regularly. But they still pick him. They still pick him because they love him in Denmark.
No, I'm not slating. What I'm saying is that the two players, because of the intensity he plays at, and I keep maintaining this, and I think you'll agree, Ellie, Angie's game is not an 11-a-side game. Angie's game is a 16-man game because he flogs the 11 that he's got, and then he has to make them 5 substitutions to make sure that the levels are all kept up, you know. And so for me, I just think that Donnelly's better served because I think Donnelly will still continue getting minutes. Yeah, and I really do.
Donnelly, he's a fit lad, you know, he's young as well. He's got legs. There's no problem in that. He's got to stamp his authority, you know, like every time he's come on, he's been 4 or 5 minutes. You can't really get into a game.
I know all you can do is score a worldie. Maybe the ball drops for you at the perfect spot and you do just a leather one, and you know what I mean? And that's your you have to hope for something like that. But,
so you got Daniel Lee's here saying big up Daniel Lee.
Big up, brother.
And you've got Norman Lamont.
Hey, what's up, Norman?
Morning, Norman, to you because he's out in Australia, so it's morning for Norman, but it's evening it's afternoon for Colin, and it's evening for me.
Norman and David, can I ask you both a question? How often? This is going to sound so stupid and ignorant, but like, how often do you see kangaroos? Would you say like once a week, once a month, once a day? Are they? I don't know. I don't know anything about the amount of kangaroos and where they hang out. So just a question for you guys.
Have you never watched Paul the Hotspur hippie? He looks out of his window to see. He looks out of his window to see if they're there. He takes his laptop so you can see.
Oh my God, that's awesome. Well, I'll have to check that out. Big up to Paul. Yeah, he sounds.
We Love Spurs is saying, and Brian Hill doesn't want to go on loan. He doesn't want to go on loan. Brian Hill, I think, has come to the decision that if Tottenham don't want him, then he'd rather go to a club that even if they loan him, but with an obligation to buy, and then he'll go on loan. Otherwise, if Tottenham don't want him, he wants to be bought by another club. So he just doesn't want to go on a loan for the sake of it. So that's him.
I think
I get that.
I think Ange likes him because he more or less brings him on, doesn't he? He brings him on quite often, right? And he gives him a fair amount of minutes, and he played him against Aston Villa from the start, and he did quite well because he was linking up with Gio and Benny very, very well. I think he's got a little soft spot for Brian Hill. I think he thinks he can get a tune out of him, you know. So he's
no doubt got skill.
He's got a good attitude, the boy. He has got a good attitude. It's just the physicality side of the game. He needs
his mustache. His mustache needs work too, Ellie. His mustache is pretty scrawny.
His hair's quite hippie, isn't it? Like he's got that hippie vibe.
Yeah, like
you've got Mark Cousins saying big ups from someone who definitely doesn't speak English. We Love Spurs is saying apparently Spencer's a party boy. It's been said many a time. We Love Spurs. So can Mickey play at left back? Mickey van der Ven at his club it was Wolfsburg he came from. Mickey van der Ven covered and played left back and played centre back. So Mickey van der Ven can play in that position. And have you seen the speed the lad's got and his ball carrying skills? He can play in that position comfortably.
You know what? More often than not, Jose, if you watch him right, more often than not, he covers Udogie because Udogie bombs forward. He stays in that left back position.
He's in the opponent's box, right?
Yeah. He's
like I said, do you know what my name is for Van der Ven? I call him the blanket. I have done from day one.
Yeah.
He's the blanket. He covers
everyone.
He covers everyone.
Yeah.
Mark Cousins saying Reggie couldn't even get into United's team. They played a centre back as a left back.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wonder when teams have a player on loan, like if they have other options, would they play them? I don't know. Like I wonder if that was part of the issue. They don't, you know what I mean? They don't want to. I don't know. Like he's not his growth does not help the team, but maybe if they, I don't know, maybe it's flawed thinking, but you would think he would have to be better than a center back played out of position. That's crazy.
Yeah, and then you've got Chan in his own way, right? After giving him the big up for giving out the stuff, he says, if anything, it's thanks to meeting you on United Spurs America, first ever live members calling show that got me acquainted to you, Miss Ash, and welcome to the club membership receivers. You're too kind, Chan, and you know we love you here on this channel. Big up to you, Chan.
Big up, Chan. I hope you're well, buddy.
We've got Dry Roasted Peanut says, I think Højbjerg is desperate to leave. He's always first down the tunnel after games when everyone else is celebrating.
Not true, though.
I mean, if that's the case,
because I watch him, right? He's not the first down the tunnel. That's not true, because I do watch him. I've got my eye on Højbjerg. And
I say if there's anybody who would know.
He actually clapped the fans the home game we won against Bournemouth. He went out and clapped the fans. He puts his cross, because he's a religious boy, and he goes down the tunnel. And I just think he gets a bad rap. You know, he's not the first down the tunnel, just put it that way. There was one,
and he's not the first player to get a bad rap that don't deserve it too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because he's a professional player. I like him.
People pick on like players. I mean, people will oftentimes pick a player to like hate, especially if that player wants to leave too. Then they're like, oh, they're totally shit. I mean, Højbjerg's been great. He was great that season with Mourinho, where he was basically forced to do all the defensive midfield type duties himself, like with Lolo. Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's an awesome player. He's been a great servant to the club. I don't have anything mean to say about him.
Well, don't we?
But if he wants to go,
that's fair enough.
Yeah, but I'll never be like mean about him. Unless they say something mean about us, then it's game on. But you know what I mean. But guys, another thing I wanted to ask. No.
Just want to get down to the chat. Right, you asked a question, and there's your answer, mate.
Oh, thank you so much. I had not seen that.
Every day, Cole, especially when traveling a menace like your dear Cole. No silly questions, Cole. Only silly answers.
You're the man, David.
And awesome. Ash thought she would jump in and says, the only wildlife I can show you is pigeons, real ones, not Richie.
Oh, nice. We got those too. We got pigeons.
And then David Clark is saying, we need another centre-back with quality now, not wait for 2 years of progress. Let our under-23 centre-backs get experience on loan. They obviously aren't good enough yet because Levy got a 21-year-old from abroad.
Yeah. I mean,
Dry Roasted Peanut is asking us, wait, is something happened to Doggy? No, Dry Roasted Peanut. The latest news is Reguilon has got the here we go to Brentford. And also the rounds on Twitter are that Sessegnon has been told he's surplus to requirements and he can go and find another club. So the question in the chat earlier someone asked was, what do we do if these players are all going? Then what happens to our left back position? Who's the cover? So all we've said is that if a doggy gets injured, Van de Ven can cover at left back, and then you bring the Dragon into play alongside Romero. So I suppose saying Reggie would get in the Brentford lineup now because Rico Henry's out for the season. That's true.
Exactly. So guaranteed game time, guaranteed shop window action. Yeah. So people will see
I've nearly caught up. Players nowadays are easy targets and scapegoats. David Shear says, I get that, Cole. Geez, wild pile on some players way too quickly, from what you said, Colin. And then Dry Roasted Peanut said, the club just wants Endon Bailey and Reggie sold, but it's difficult, so at least get a loan fee and get them in the shop window. Right.
Agreed.
We are caught up. I've got a post that you can't see. It's called Pro Future Stars, and it's on Facebook, right? And they're saying Christian Romero, 25 centre back, Mickey van der Ven, 22 centre back, Radu Dragusin, 21 centre back, Ashley Phillips, 18 centre back, Alfie Dorrington, 18 centre back, and Luka Vuksovic, 16 years old, centre back. And then it's got a caption that says the centre back at Tottenham is stacked.
Hell yes.
It's a post that's on there, and it just looks absolutely brilliant looking at it. It's a post that's on Facebook, posted up by Future Stars.
Big up Future Stars. Yeah. it's the future is looking good in center back position for sure. Paul
Paul
Brown, what up,
Hello,
bro?
good evening, Paul Brown says, Ari Brian Hill, in my opinion, very unfair on him, lack of decisions towards his future. Stay skinny to suit being spiteful. That may suit European versus bulking up to suit the Premier League.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, true. We don't know what he's up to or what he's going to
Spain,
plan for his
Jose,
long
they're
term.
big players, aren't they? In Spain, they're built.
Yeah,
A
it's
lot
not
of
like
them
it's not like they're all
muscular.
twigs
He's
or
just one of
anything.
the skinnier ones.
Yeah.
Bernardo Silva's slim, isn't he? He's a very slight player, but he gets on all right.
You find that there are some fleet-footed players in the Spanish league.
Yeah.
But what I will say about the fleet-footed players in the Spanish league is that they do end up bulking up. So I don't know whether he's missing some home food. And if he goes back to Spain, it's a bit like when they say you, Ellie, you can feed him and you'll fatten him up. I think the same can be said back in Spain. In Spain, the food that they eat, because some of these players in Spain that look puny, if you want, or whatever, really thick, they end up bulking up. Because I remember Spain had Vicente, who was a left winger, played for Valencia, and Joaquin, who played for Real Betis. They were absolutely two superb wingers for Spain in the early 2000s, and they were skinny, right? But I'll tell you what, within about 2 years, they look like they'd become. They look someone had gone and injected them because they were then like that.
Maybe they had. We don't know. We don't know. Maybe somebody did go and inject them with something.
Do you remember when Gareth Bale came, right?
He was
quite skinny.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, and then suddenly he was like this super fit human being, like a bionic man.
Yeah. His muscles were very. I always thought there was maybe some experimental, not yet banned substances going on.
Well, it's the same. It's the same as Ronaldo. Ronaldo overnight at Man United. Ronaldo didn't look like that at Man United, and then all of a sudden, overnight, Ronaldo looked like.
So there's a lot of research into peptides that like naturally raise your testosterone, but that are like undetectable and stuff. I don't know. I wouldn't put it past if I know about it and have heard about it. Then these super rich teams with doctors that are, paid to get the best performance of players, they've heard about it too. I'm just saying it's not doping per se, but they're all getting as close as you can to it on purpose. You know what I mean?
Shit, I wish I'd met you 35 years ago.
There you go, man. See, let's get on the juice. Let's get on the, peptides. Well, guys, I was just gonna ask real quick
the Mourinho thing?
Well, that's a good point. He's been sacked. Do you
like that comment?
Yeah.
I honestly think it's an option.
Jose.
It literally might happen. It's a messed up thing. It could happen. I could see Poch getting the sack and him going. Could you guys see that?
No.
Yeah,
Chelsea would not. Chelsea would never take Mourinho back.
I hope you're right.
He got sacked twice from Chelsea. They'll never take him back. They ain't going to say, we sacked you twice and bring you in the third time.
It's a new ownership, so they haven't got no history with him. But I can't see him. Well, not. I think Poch will last to the end of the season. Just put it that way, and then it's anybody's game. Chelsea. They sack managers like anything, don't they?
On Kate's show this morning.
Yeah.
She was saying, this afternoon, she was saying, because someone put it in the chat, and I remember looking at it, she was saying that she felt that Mourinho would be a good fit for Newcastle. And I'm just like, I'm so polar opposite to that comment. I can't see how Newcastle, who play progressive football, would want to touch Mourinho with a barge pole. Do you?
I'll get you.
Yeah, do you think they'd want to go backwards and go from progressive football to? I'll tell you what. No disrespect to Newcastle, but if they wanted to get rid of Howe, I'd say take Mourinho, because if you take Mourinho in, then we'll be 20 years ahead of you.
Yeah.
It would set them back. You're right. They do need somebody.
I think it would.
They should probably stick it out with Howe, to be honest. But yeah, I know what you mean. Absolutely.
So you're saying big up Australia?
Yeah. All of our Australian viewers, I don't feel like get enough love. They have to, watch shows at weird times of the day, and we just wanted to show them some love. So big up to Australia and all of our viewers in Australia. We appreciate
they won their opening game in the Asia Cup. Australia 2-0.
Yeah, you guys
Well
did.
done.
Nice. And you guys brought Big Ange and, you gave him a home and raised him and grew him, and now we're borrowing him. Thank you guys for Big Ange as well.
They've done really
So,
well in the Women's World Cup as well, only beaten by England, so they've done very, very well. They were a bit unlucky as well not to go through.
Yeah, but they were missing Kerr, weren't they? Kerr didn't play for the
because
England game.
she came on and scored a worldie against England.
Yeah, but she
Brilliant
didn't play until
goal.
that game, did she? She was out injured.
Yeah,
So
she just didn't. She wasn't fit enough, unfortunately for them.
hey, you guys, quick question before we get too far into other things. I wanted to ask you guys this, and it's kind of like what the show is named sort of about this question, but is Spurs becoming a hot destination for players? A sought after a club. We've recently got Dragusin, from the clutches of Bayern Munich. He was gone, according to everybody. Lost our chance. Boom, he's back. We've got some people don't rate. Why can't I think of his name? Oh my God, James Madison, which is ridiculous, but some people don't. But we got James Madison to come. All in years that we didn't have Champions League, it seems like we're becoming a hot place to be with renewed. There's renewed interest in Conor Gallagher, but that's only from a tier 3 source. But still, I'll come back to that later. But yeah, I don't know, Ellie. Do you think that Spurs is kind of even if it's viewed as I don't want to say a stepping stone, like maybe like a hop in your career path? I don't know. I think Spurs is becoming a more attractive destination to players, and I wondered if you agreed.
Yeah, I would like to see more players come in though, because one on loan and one centre back who's 21. It's good. It's a good start, but I want to see more. I can't say it's a hot destination, but we're sort of warming. It's a warming. But when we're getting the hot transfers, like going for a top striker, going for a top midfielder, central defensive midfield. We get Gallagher. I like him. I think it'll be a very good signing. I know some people don't rate him, but I heard a Chelsea fan just recently, and he's a season ticket holder, and he goes, I don't know why people want him to leave. Right? It's football's about opinions, right? There's certain players that you warm to, right, and you like. And that guy, he said, Conor Gallagher's done double what Fernandes has done and double work rate as Casado. So it'll be a good addition to our midfield. There's no harm, because then we've got Sarr, who's similar to him. But, to have another one like that, it's great. And I think we are warming. Yeah, we're not quite hot destination yet, but we're getting there.
See, with I've got one of my supervisors who I manage. He's a season ticket holder, and
nice.
He said to me that he said Casado played well in Saturday. They played Fulham, didn't they? They beat Fulham 1-0. Yeah, he said to me, Casado, because I was talking to him on Monday yesterday, because obviously he was away at the weekend. So I talked to him yesterday through work, and I just said to him, did you go to the game? He said, yeah. And I said, how's it all looking in the midfield and that, because there's rumours about Gallagher. And he said, to be fair, Casado played well. He goes against Fulham, but Casado hasn't been at it the whole season. He said Enzo's been injured and hasn't been at it the whole season, but Gallagher has. So he said that Gallagher's been the best midfielder, but he's the one that's played the most as well, because the others haven't played for the whole season either, because they've been injured and stuff's happened with them. But then I understand why the Gallagher sale could happen, because the players that they've got brought out to balance their sheets to stay within FFP, they have to make the most money from a sale. So if it's someone that's grown through their academy and is homegrown, which he hasn't had to pay a fee for, if they sell him, that is pure profit against FFP. Whereby if they sell any other players that they've bought in, so to speak, then there's a value because you bought that player in, even if they're homegrown. There's a value because you bought that player in and he costs money. So then you have to net off that money, where with a homegrown player that's come through your academy, that all goes as pure profit. So that's probably why they're looking at it. But then I don't know. There's no smoke without fire. But to me, I don't think this deal happens. I'd be very surprised if this deal happens, Because if the
And
player
especially because he's their captain, isn't he, Jose?
if the
He's
player
their
don't want to come
captain.
here, if the player don't want to come here, Ellie, the player don't want to come here.
I
Now,
know.
Ange, will Ange put up with that? Because I don't think Ange will. Ange will want players at the club that will play for the club.
Yeah.
Not players that don't want to come and your club's bidding for him, but the player don't want to come. If the player don't want to come, Ange will say, leave him, don't want to touch him. It's the same as Dragusin. Remember when Bayern came in for Dragusin?
Yeah.
And the whole of the Tottenham fan base, apart from us, were going absolutely mental, saying, he's going to go to Bayern Munich. Why would he come to Tottenham? And we did a show the night before he agreed, remember, because it went into the night, didn't it? And we just turned around and talking ball, and we said, look, at the end of the day, it's like Ange said all along. If the player wants to come, we'll welcome him with open arms because he wants to be at the club. If the player don't want to come, then jog on, move on. We'll go on to the next one. And
jog on, mate. Jog on's my favorite thing to ever say. Ever.
And Dragusin came to us. So,
that's an East End saying.
Jog on, mate.
Do you know what?
It's around with some East Enders, Jose.
No. What
Jose was a bad kid back in the day.
I say certain things, and Colin picks up on them, and Colin then starts saying the sayings. Colin likes, I don't give two wasps in a whirlwind. He likes that one.
I also like Not Today, Josephine. That one made me happy. You said that the other day.
And do you know what? He left me a voice note. And do you know what he said to me? How are you, me old mucker? That's the voice note he left me. So he's picking up. We're rubbing off on him.
Yeah.
Not tonight, Josephine. Is Napoleon saying?
Yeah. Oh, is it? I never. When he said it, I was just like, "What?" Okay.
It just shows you're not European.
I know. I'm very much not. Go back a couple of generations. We were there, but definitely not now.
Can I ask? I want to ask the chat. Do the chat want to do a keep, bench, and sell?
We have two great ones.
No. Let's see what the chat say. Do the chat want to do a keep, bench, and sell? Yeah.
By the way, we've got 25 people in the chat. I don't know how many likes we're at, but if you could hit the like, go ahead and hit that like, please. And also, I've been posting stuff in the community section of the channel. I hope everyone's seeing that.
We're only on 21 likes.
Oh my God, everybody, come on, just hit it.
As well, because your shorts are really good.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm just doing it's just new stuff. Just just
so chilled out.
Yeah. Hey, I figure everyone's not like glued to the news like me, so maybe I could, hit them with some facts, some knowledge. Giving it a shot. Also, this is a sneak peek on a future segment we've got. Let me change the banner. Let me take that off for a second. We've got a future segment coming up, and again, it's going to be called Crystal Ball Gazing with Jose. And
very Spanish now.
Yeah. Looking at that crystal ball.
So we've got David Shearer has just gifted a membership, and it's gone to Hippo Noise.
Well, Hippo Noise, welcome into La Familia. It's a good time here. It's good vibes. Very chilled out. Good time. And
Thank
David,
you very much, David Shearer.
Far too kind, my dear.
And you've got Ashp, right, is saying, is David Shearer saying? David Shearer saying, I love piss in my pocket. Just don't say it's raining.
Jesus Christ, I love that. I've never heard that one either. I'm gonna have to Google that one, David. You got me there. I
love piss in my pocket. Just don't say it's raining. God.
Oh, do you know what a whistle and flute is?
No, I mean, I could guess.
Go on, what is it? He's typing it. Look. Don't type it.
I'm absolutely typing it.
You have to type in Cockney slang. Whistle.
Yeah, Cockney London refers to a suit of clothes.
Yeah.
It's a Cockney rhyming slang. Yeah. What was it?
Apple and pears.
Apples and pears.
Oh yeah, I don't remember. But so there's this show, Peaky Blinders. I know it's probably lame. That's
Peaky Blinders. They're Brummies. It's up in Birmingham, so they're nothing to do with the Cockneys.
But there's an episode where they talk about Cockney rhyming slang. It comes up in an episode. Yeah. I guess is what I'm saying. But yeah, that's how I know about it. Which is, by the way, it's a great show.
So
just
so we just Ash is saying, yeah, do it. We Love Spurs is saying, do it.
Do it,
David
do
Clark
it,
is saying
do
it's
it.
better than Kiss Me Hardy. Niall Kane says, I love kebab with red sauce with everything on it in the doner kebab.
Yeah, lovely.
Sounds delicious. You're making me hungry.
You've got Hugo coming in saying big up to Ash.
Hugo, what up, dude?
Big up Hugo.
To you,
hope
man.
you're well.
No, I was going to say no. I've got a kebab shop 2 doors away from me.
Are you serious? Oh my god.
Yeah, King Kebab they're called. I'm the
so
queen, and I've got the King Kebab.
There you go. Perfect. It fits like a glove.
David Shear's asking you.
Right.
Balaclava. What is it?
Yeah, it's pastry, phyllo pastry with crushed pistachio nuts with cinnamon, and then you lace it with syrup. Yeah, and
it's kind of like there's like layers to it. It's
cut it in triangles. Lovely.
Yep. Good shit right there for sure.
Benny Boy likes it at the coffee shop. Yeah,
I bet he does.
Everybody liked it because the whole lot went.
Apples and pears is stairs.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
What's your minces? Your mince pies? What are they?
Your mince pies.
Are you asking me?
Yeah, your mince pies.
A mince pie, that's just like a meaty thing, right? It's just
but what does it rhyme with?
Cotton rhyming slang. If I say what's up with your minces, what are you going to say to me?
What's wrong with your mince pies?
What's wrong with your mince pies?
I don't know.
It's your eyes. What's wrong with your minces? Your mince pies, your eyes.
Jeez, there's good stuff. That's good stuff. Who are they hiding? Who are they hiding from? Who are people hiding from with this? Just like the cops.
Dog and bone's the phone.
Dog and bone is phone.
Plates of meat is your feet.
This is cool. I would have never known. This is awesome.
Us Londoners, we're right idiots.
No, it's smart. It's smart. I'm sure it kept people out of jail, and good stuff.
It's totally slang, so people don't understand you. It's like
Daniel Lee's saying, just to be controversial, I'll say no.
About Spurs being
David Sears says, oh my god, my waistband, Ellie, for baklava. And
it is
a balaclava is a head covering. It's got David Clarkson.
You're right. He's not wrong.
What's the vine leaf stuff that they do?
Gubebia or dolma. The Greeks call them dolma. The Cypriots call them gubebia.
Is that the vine leaves with the rice in it?
Yeah, with the rice and the mincemeat and the herbs.
Yeah, there you
and
go.
onion. Very nice.
Herbs. I love hearing it.
It's the lemon that gives it that zest, and then a lot of people put sun-dried tomatoes and onions on top of it with a nice sauce. I like them plain. I'm traditional.
Chat, is Ellie making you hungry?
Yeah, this is the Ellie cooking show.
I'm already thinking about one, but I have forgotten. Right. It's like -0. It's negative. It was -12 Celsius at lunchtime today, so I'm sure it's really cold now. So I do not.
-8 in London.
I really don't want to get out.
It's going to be -10 tomorrow.
Yuck! Absolutely gross.
So
everybody stay warm.
So we're at that time of the show. We're going to go for the first one. Right.
All right.
What I will say to people.
Hold on, we haven't even played the song.
No. But what I will say to people before we start is that normally I get slated and everything, and I'll tell you what, Colin and I, and honestly, we hadn't spoken for about 3 hours, and and still didn't. And Colin said, "I've prepared a keep, bench, and sell." So I said to Colin, "What? You prepared your own one, or did you get the one I sent you?" And he goes, "Oh, did you send me one?" And I said, "Yeah." Anyway. Colin shared with me what he was doing, and I said, "Shit, we must have been on the same wavelength because I've picked a different 3 players, but we've picked these 6 players for a reason." And I tell you now, we will not be improving West Ham.
Not today. And today. That is some host ESP there.
We've gone from one end of the spectrum to the other. We will not be improving West Ham today. So with that, Colin, do you want to introduce?
Welcome in, everybody, to the internet's favorite Tottenham game show, Keep or West Ham. Guys, West Ham sucks, and hope you know I hate them, and you should too. Go blow bubbles somewhere else. Yeah, freaking losers. Anyway,
got burst at Bristol.
Exactly. Boom. Suck it. I know Mark Noble doesn't play anymore, but Mark Noble, go do one. I hate you. Okay. Anyway, back to
on your one. Do you think any of the players could replace Mark Noble though?
That's true. That's true.
Right.
I'm gonna throw mine up first, if you don't care.
Yeah.
Let's do this. All right. All right, guys. Here we go. Don't shoot us. We got one Oliver Skip, one Harry Winks, and one Ryan Mason. Remember, this is everybody at their peaks. I did a little erasing, so Skippy's neck looks wrong there. Skippy's got more neck than that, but it cut off a little bit. He looks kind of like a giraffe.
So basically, I think it's fantastic, this keep, bench, and sell. So in the chat, give us your reasons or who you'd keep, and if there's any reasons behind it,
you have to. And remember the rules. You have to keep one, bench one, sell one. It's just the rules, and this is kind of creative thinking, I think, because if you're going to be stuck with one of these players, they're not going to be a starter player, but you're going to.
No, they are. It's somewhat to start because it says keep.
Yeah, I know.
And then bench and then sell. But then, Ellie, just tell us when you're ready because we can talk until you're ready. Is it an hard one for you? Or have you made your mind up already?
I've made my mind up.
Okay, I'll tell you what. With that, Ellie's already in there. Go on, Els, tell us. What's the score on the doors?
I'm going to keep Ryan Mason.
Right.
Because I think he had more about of his game than both of these two. And he could score a goal occasionally, which these two rarely do, the other two. And I just thought he was a better all-round footballer than both of them. Yeah, all right, he had the shortened career because of the injury. But, he's never going to be a star player, Ryan Mason, but he was a decent player. But the other two I haven't got much love for, especially Winksy. Because
you don't love Harry Winks. I thought for sure that you loved Harry Winks.
I would bench Ollie Skip because I think he's better than Winks. He moves the ball quicker and he's just got more about his game. And Winksy, you're going West Ham, mate.
Oh, Winksy.
So at least you're getting a promotion.
That's true. Honestly, you're right. You're doing him a favor. I just want to say big up to Donna Colin real quick. Big up, Donna. Sorry. So you said You said bench.
Bench Skippy, West Ham for Winksy.
Winksy.
Okay, so Ellie, I'm going to ask you, and I'll ask the chat after they've. Ellie, are we improving West Ham?
No.
Not today, baby. Not today.
Right. So two of these players actually have England caps.
Yeah,
it's crazy to think.
Winks got one, and Mason's got one.
Mason's got one. Winks has got a few, but Winks might be in double figures for caps with starts and substitutions. So, but Skip has only been an under 21. Skip's not had a full international yet. So the other two are bit of the other two, so if you like it or not, are full internationals. Right. So, do you want me to go, Cole, before you go?
Absolutely. Yes, please.
Seeing this was your one, I will answer you, Colin.
Yeah.
Like the next one's my one, and you're going to have to answer my one. So, for me, it's difficult, isn't it? No, this is difficult. Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep Skip. I'll keep Skip only because Skip's at our club at the moment. So therefore, we ain't going to miss him too much.
He knows the system,
right? And then I'm going to bench Mason because that's where Mason is at the moment. He's coaching from the bench.
Nice.
Mason's benching for me, and Winks goes to West Ham. I just think we might have got more money had he gone to West Ham than if we'd sent him to Leicester.
That's a good point. You make a point.
So that's my answer for them ones. Right. So in the chat, you've got people that are answering it. So David Clark says, keep Skip, bench Winks, sell Mason.
Dang. They're going to do Mason like that?
We love Spurs. I think is keeping Skip benching Mason and Winks. I'm presuming it's that way because he's put 3 names there, so I'm presuming that's the order he's done it in.
Yeah. No matter fine title.
David Shear says keep Mason as he is a coach. Bench Skip, no change there. Sell Winks as we did that.
David, you are a smart dude and a member of the channel, which makes you part of La Familia, and we appreciate you.
La Familia.
La Familia.
Yeah, Chris Peters, keep Mason, bench Winks, sell Skip, all in their prime though.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, definitely in their prime, for sure. Man, members on members here.
Keep Ryan, bench Winks, bye Winks. But what she meant is bench Skip because she's put it down in the next comment. Yeah. So keep Ryan, bench Skip, bye Winks. Love this, more of this. So I think Ash likes it when it's easier. I think that's what she's getting to.
I think it's a whole different idea. You have to like shift your way of thinking a bit for it, and it's fun. It's a good
but this is Colin's one. Ash, wait till you see my one. Right, Daniel Sandoval, the chef, Paratici's right hand man in the kitchen, says keep Mason, sell Winks, bench Winks. Oh, sorry, Skip. He's put Skip, so I don't know what Skip means, but one of them is going to be Skip. So. Yeah, you'll have to tell us. You've got David Clark saying, Ellie, you'll be seeing Winks next season when Leicester City are championship winners and get promoted. He's Leicester's most consistent player this season. He actually is.
I believe it.
Yeah, because that's his level, you see.
No doubt there for me that I'm sure that he's playing well for us.
Championship.
Honestly, you might be right. And if so, that's fine. You know how many players dream to be that good?
Championship as well, didn't he? When he went to Norwich.
Yeah,
the Premiership is a different kettle of fish.
Different gravy.
But Daniel Lee says, let's be real. In Poch's good years, Winks was controlling the game against Real Madrid, up against Kroos and Modric. The other two never controlled the midfield, is what he's saying. So he's bigging him up there. Ash saying, I like this because you don't make me send Harry Kane to West Ham.
No, he just wants to Bayern Munich.
No. I think when I did a keep bench and sell, she ended up sending Kane to West Ham.
That's awesome. Good.
David,
you can go to West Ham for all I
No, Ellie, it's not his level.
No, Ellie, it's not his level.
Yeah.
So is he saying he's a lower level?
Don't know. But Niles come back and said, back guys, sorry, I had to go and brush my teeth.
We're all about dental hygiene on Talking Ball, so very good of you to brush your teeth. Hope you floss, and don't forget to brush tomorrow as well. So maybe even later today.
So with that, should we go into the second one? So we play the music for a second time.
Absolutely. The world needs a little bit more of this intro, and by God, we're going to give it to him. Everybody,
just before you show it,
I'm not going to do it again.
Just before you show it, right? Just before you show it, here, Ellie, look at that.
Oh, throwing shade.
I knew that was coming.
Hey, I love it.
He's a Premiership player.
And then Niall Kane saying, I'm always hygiene to a high standard. Lol, got to do what you got to do. Yes, I spit it out in the sink, Colin. Lol.
Good deal. You don't want to be swallowing your toothpaste. It's bad for you, for sure.
Shawnee saying, I hate that Cole's plate was a victim of the crash.
Yeah.
Your number plate.
I'll get another one. Don't worry.
Yeah, can't you have the number plate back?
No, they already took the car away forever.
What? You couldn't unscrew the number plate?
I mean, it was like mashed.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah. So I just left it. But I can get another one. Don't worry. I got news today that I'm getting some money back from that for the insurance. So I'll have a new car soon, a new baby. I'll show everybody a picture once it happens. I'm excited.
Daniel Sandoval showing you some love. He loves that intro, and so does Paul Brown.
Yeah, hey, it's probably the best thing I've ever been a part of. So big up to everybody who helped me with that.
I like it when you come out from the tree and then you punch the air.
And this is like we've got KM1804. Good evening, good afternoon. KM1804 says Dragoshin reminds me of Guardiola, and City signed him for 100 million.
I cannot. Yeah. Tell me more. Speak to me nicely, as Jacob would say. Talk to me nicely, because that is a beautiful thing to say. I hope 100% you're right. I hope that he's half that good. So better than half that good. But
in saying that, Colin, do you want to share with us?
This.
Everyone, show your love. Colin needs a new car. Right, this one. So, for people that don't know. This is
the cutting job was really bad on these guys.
It's Fraser Campbell, Darren Bent, and Mido. So the other day I had 3 elite strikers, and today I've given you the other end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether you approve of this one, Ash, but I know that I know we're definitely not improving West Ham, whatever we decide to do. So
Fraser Campbell looks like he is the guy from the Goonies. What's his face?
That's not a very good picture of him,
No, I did not do. I was going to say I did not do a good job on cutting him out. I was in a hurry. I was trying to pay attention to you, beautiful people. Hang out.
David. You know the rules. Do you know the rules?
Yeah, gosh, man. You become a member. You think you can just change the rules, David.
So, Ellie, do you have any idea what you want to do with these 3, or do you need a bit more time?
Right. So I'm going to keep Mido.
Right. Why?
I actually quite liked him. I thought he was a character, and he loved playing for Spurs. You could tell. Yeah.
That is one thing for sure. Yes.
Yeah. And then Fraser Campbell actually played with Darren Bent for a little while, because we got him on loan. I think we got him on loan from Man United, if I'm correct. Right. Anyway, regardless, or Blackburn, one of the two, or maybe Wigan. Anyway, regardless, I would never ever have Darren Bent anywhere near Spurs, because first of all, he's a gooner. So he's just playing at West Ham because he's a gooner, not because of his football credentials. And I'd bench Fraser Campbell because he was half decent. He wasn't brilliant, but I would never have Darren Bent, because the way he speaks about
Darren Bent's a gooner.
Yeah, and the way he speaks about our club is very disrespectful.
Go away.
So he's going to West Ham. You're going to West Ham, and you're staying.
You just helped me. You just helped me, because I was going to say, when I first was beginning my Spurs fandom, I played as them on FIFA a lot, and Darren Bent was so quick on FIFA. I don't know if that was like a mistake on their part, like maybe they made him faster than he should have been, but I scored hella goals with Darren Bent, so I was going to put him higher up in my list, but now with what you said, now I can't.
Just watch him on TalkSport. He's so disrespectful to Spurs.
What a tit! Did we sell him or something? Did we sell him or something? Did we do something to make him sad? Hurt his feelers?
Yeah, because Harry Redknapp called him out, didn't he, when he done that miss?
Oh yeah, I said Sandra could have.
Yeah. Right. So with Ellie, we're not improving West Ham, are we? Because at the moment we're giving them Darren Bent and Harry Winks and Darren Bent so far. So Colin, what's your 3 rate? Because this one was, so I don't have to guess this time. So
yeah, it's tough. I'm gonna say though that I'm gonna kind of copy Ellie. I'm sorry, Ellie, but Mido does. He is hilarious. He still posts about Spurs like on social media and stuff, if I'm not mistaken. I've seen him at Spurs matches. He looks happy to be there. And he's awesome. Just look at him in this photo. That's a face of passion right there. Man, I bet that's his love-making face too. Sorry, this just got X-rated. But anyway, Mido would stay, and then Darren Bent is effing off out of here and going to West Ham where he belongs. And so then that means that Mr. Fraser Campbell over here gets to stay and warm the bench.
I'm glad that I didn't have to do this one, right? Because I thought all 3 were shambolically shit. They were absolutely crap. And yeah, I probably might have gone the same way you guys went, but none of them were any good. I think Mido came with this big. I think, did we get Mido from Roma or someone like that?
I
and he
think so, yeah.
he had this big colossal following in Egypt and that, and he was meant to be the next best thing off the block. And he came to Tottenham, and I was so much looking forward to this player to come and play for us. And I thought he was absolute dog poo. I really did. So therefore, I had to think. So straight away, I thought dog poo strikers. I thought Mido, Darren Bent. Who can I pick to go with them? So actually, I didn't think Fraser Campbell was that bad. I never thought Fraser Campbell was a striker because he looked like he was about 5'8". He didn't even look like a striker. He was quite skinny and all that. But I had to find someone to put against these two, so I just chose Fraser Campbell. He was the unlucky one tonight for me to put in the three. But all three of them, for me, I'm glad I didn't have to guess because for me, they were all crap. Big time.
I remember Darren
Tell us
Bent,
how you really feel.
Tell us how you really feel. I can't remember who he was playing for, but Darren Bent, there was balloons on the pitch. And he hit the balloon instead of the goal.
That's right. It hit the balloon and went wide against Liverpool.
That's awesome. I've seen that goal before.
It was against Liverpool.
Yeah. Was he playing for Newcastle, was he? I think.
No, Darren Bent never played for Newcastle.
No, he was playing. Who was he playing for? Was it? I can't remember who he was playing for, but that's how bad he was. You don't even remember who he played for.
I know he played for Ipswich before he came to Tottenham. I couldn't tell you what he did after that. After that, I couldn't tell you what he did. You've got Niall Kane said, I'm on it, Ash. So I'm on it, Ash. Colin needs some love for a new fancy car. Daniel E's come in with Mido stays, Fraser bench, Darren Bent can go the hell. He's a mug.
Oh, no.
You're telling me to say how I feel, Colin. Look at this.
Jason Cundy's worse than him though on Top Sport. He's so bad.
Where does he?
Jason Cundy.
He's got a different name. It's CU and the Y's there, but the other two letters are not there. I know
what you mean.
Right. Okay.
Where does he come from though? Is he just like some guy, or was he a player at
Jason Cundy we bought him from Chelsea. He played with Tottenham for one season, centre back. He was absolute dog poo. So he might be one that we do in the future because I know he's definitely going to West Ham. If I put him up, I could put him up against. I could put him up against fucking Vimmer.
West Ham reserves.
Sol Campbell. Put him up against Vimmer and Sol Campbell, or even Kerry Cash and Sol Campbell.
You could put him up against. Vimmer and Callum Davenport, and he would still get sent to West Ham. Still. Yeah. Anyway, that's for another day. David Clark says, "Keep Mido, bench Campbell, get rid of that useless Bent."
Get him out of here.
Good evening, Bobby K. Bobby K's here.
He's saying,
what up, bro?
Keep Mido, bench Campbell, sell Bent. This is all going one way, isn't it? Ash is saying, keep Mido, bench Campbell, sell Bent for being a Gooner Talksport annoyance.
I know.
Niall's saying, Darren Bent is a Gooner. That says it all.
Yes, no, that's all I need to hear.
Then we've got
dead to me after that.
David Shear saying, yes, Benty was peeing on Jennings' shoes in an interview. He's a right tosser.
What a fucking tosser. Sorry for my language, everybody.
No, okay. This has certainly got people talking and swearing and all sorts, isn't it?
I love it.
Right. Mark said, Ellie, Talksport from the pundits, it's just clickbait. Take a notice. If they say it's all this to get bites and they get a reaction and get people to phone up, that's exactly what it is. Jason Cundy is bad for it. Daniel E says,
who do you, Jason Cundy? Go do one.
I don't like him.
Respectfully, Jason Cundy, go do one, sir.
Yeah.
He said we left him out of the FA Cup final in 2008 and he did not play. He holds a bit of a grudge for that, as well as plus he's also a prick.
You didn't play because you're useless. That's
exactly.
Daniel Sandoval, he's going in with keeping Mido, benching Campbell, and he's selling Bent.
Yeah, Bent is gone, baby.
Can do one.
Ash is reminding us that Mido was called disrespectful by Martin Yole.
Huh. Martin Yole, somebody I wouldn't want to upset. He's got
that.
We
love Spurs, says Sunderland. I don't know where that comment's come from, but Sunderland's also.
That's who Bent played for. It must have been who he played for when he had that goal.
Oh, Sunderland, yeah.
I'm on it. I remember stuff sometimes.
I don't know whether Colin knows this person, David, but any Arthur Dailies out there for Cole's new car?
I don't. I'm gonna have to Google it. I'm gonna.
Arthur Daly.
He's a
Oh my
wheeler and
God, he's
dealer.
such a
He's a
good
wheeler and dealer.
He's on Minder.
Yeah, I need somebody good. I'm not good at haggling, so I'll have to have somebody come
Oh,
help me.
Arthur Daly could get you a car, mate. No
Oh
worries.
my God.
Man,
Oh,
I'll have to,
okay.
maybe he's
Quite a
got some
long life.
videos I can study. Maybe I can study some of him.
He lived
And
well into his 90s.
sheesh,
What's his
that's
real
longer than
name?
I
Something
think
Cole,
that's
isn't
longer
it?
than I want to go for. That's a long time.
What's his real name?
90s.
Something Cole, isn't it? His
Yeah.
surname is
It is
Cole.
something cool. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a good show. You should watch it. I reckon you'd like it. It's called Minder.
Yeah,
check it out.
Minder's a good show. And
Yeah.
have you ever seen Only Fools and Horses?
Yeah, I have
Okay,
actually.
yeah, well, okay, so Del Boy. So this
Mhm.
Arthur is like Del Boy, but he's rungs above.
Yeah.
He's rungs above Del Boy.
He's more dodgy.
Rungs above
Yeah.
Del
That
Boy.
way.
Yeah, big
Yeah,
time,
okay.
big time. And he wears the same jacket, don't he? He
Yeah,
wears that
he
big
doesn't want
long.
to pay. Dennis
Ta-
Waterman, who plays his like henchman,
He never wants to pay him his wages. Yeah,
doesn't
never
want
wants
to
to
pay
pay.
him all the time.
Yes, I love it. It
It's a
sounds
really
great. I'll
good
definitely
show.
give it a yeah.
See,
We'll-
Plain saying, Candy's annoying. Has anyone seen Spurs? Quack quack. Can you hear me? You boys took one hell of a beating.
Oh yeah, when he did that, yeah, I saw that. He was ribbing what's his name? A Spurs player. Can't think of his name now. The one who's on TalkSport, the Spurs player.
Candy,
Jamie O'Hara.
Jamie O'Hara, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was ribbing him.
And then you've got Bobby
Well-
K saying that we should do one with Soldado, Janssen, and Rebrov. Do you know what? They are cream players. Cream, I'm talking about, against the players that we put in there tonight, Bobby. So we'll probably do a show and save these ones for another show. But the
Soldado should have been good. If Soldado went to a team that actually played the way that he had been playing for the past, I don't know, 5 seasons, we would have gotten something out of him. But expecting him to be like a hold up, lead the line type striker is ridiculous.
You should
That
do
dude
one with
is-
goalkeepers.
That's a good idea.
Well-
That's a good idea too. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but we need either 3 great goalkeepers or 3 shit keepers. And the majority of our keepers haven't been great. So.
Oh, hey guys! Before we forget, I have a couple more things I want to ask you real quick. I know we're kind of
no. So you got this. So I was just about to say to you, Colin. We'll save this one for another day. So Soldado, Janssen, and Rebrov. Janssen was the next thing, the next cab off the rank, and Rebrov scored hatfuls. His partnership with Shevchenko for Dynamo Kiev was absolutely mint.
And then he came to England.
Yeah, Shevchenko went to AC Milan, and we brought Rebrov to England, and it just didn't fire for him here.
He scored the 1-0. He scored the goal when we beat Arsenal 1-0. I remember that. Yeah, Rebrov. Yeah. So I'll always love him for scoring against Arsenal. But other than that, his career was pants at Spurs.
So Sean's saying he's got you. Ash is saying Soldado thought he would be playing with Bale, but then we sold Bale.
Yeah,
100%. 30. So Paul Brown, same thing.
Paul Brown saying reference to Arthur Daly getting nostalgic now. He's
getting
nostalgic.
I've got a good story about Soldado, right? So it was me and my cousin. We were going to go to a European game. I can't remember the team that we were playing, and we couldn't get in because they closed the gates. So we were late. And we was arguing with the steward to let us in. And eventually I used my magic powers and persuaded him. Right. So we got in, and Soldado had scored 2 goals and he hadn't scored all season. So we missed these 2 goals.
Bummer.
It was like cursing ourselves. We said, bloody hell, he scored and we missed it.
Was one of those a penalty?
I can't remember because I didn't see him, but I know Townsend scored a scorcher in it, and I think we won the match 3-0 in the end.
Townsend, oh God, he was supposed to be. Remember when he was going to be the next Bale?
I know he was a good player. You know, he wasn't a bad player.
No, he was good, but not Bale good. You know what I mean? Like he was good, but not great. Type of thing.
No one's Bale good. Only Bale's Bale good.
Only Bale is Bale good. I love it. So I'm away from my computer, but I'm on the wireless headset. So Jose, have we got any other answers, or is that round out the keeper West Ham?
We've got the keeper West Ham done.
Boom. Everybody, big love to everybody that has joined in to Keep or West Ham. Actually, another question. So you guys have seen probably, and I'm sure, that Tangang, as I refer to him, Tangangang's coming back. We're getting Tangang back.
Then they said they were going to keep him.
We're
They
gonna
said they were going to send him back, and then they said they were going to keep
Yeah.
him. I heard.
Oh, we're keeping him now? See, that's exactly what I wanted to talk to you guys about. So Tangangang returning. What's next for him?
Tanganga. I thought you meant Tangai. Sorry.
My bad. No,
Tanganga
it's okay.
I don't know about.
Tanganga's coming back with the news that we're going to loan him out to either a Premier League championship or I think it was La Liga. No, it wasn't. What's the Italian league? Serie A? Yeah, that's the
C.
Serie A.
You know what?
He's either going there, but I don't know where he should go.
I had a little bit of inside track about Tanganga. They said that he done his back in and he hasn't recovered from this massive back injury, and he's lost a lot of physicality because of it. Right. So I think that's why he's not made it, not because he didn't have the juices. He just didn't make it because of that massive injury that he.
Damn.
This is a club insider that told me this. Right. So, yeah, I think he would have made it, the boy, because when he played his debut against Liverpool, he was fantastic. Right. And he had all the credentials, the physicality, the strength, everything. Then he got that big injury. And then he wasn't the same player. And you can tell the club don't want to keep him, do we?
No, It seems like they're ready to kind of cut ties for sure. They're letting him go wherever.
He can't handle it.
So just to say that I'm reading, I'll read you out a post that was on Twitter that I read, and I thought it was quite poignant, right?
Yeah.
Ange Postecoglou was keen on giving all members of the squad a clean slate when he arrived. However, sources say that from their first meeting, Postecoglou had doubts about Spence. Spence was said not to have taken well to Postecoglou's subsequent suggestion of another loan move. Postecoglou's response was to insist that he would not be part of his squad. The Australian has spoken repeatedly in public about prioritising the right sort of characters and felt that Spence was the wrong fit for the group.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's like that. Well, we've been hearing a lot about that, and I didn't want to jump on it before I knew it was true or not. But if that's the case, then yeah, I'm glad he's out. David,
he has said it all along, though, hasn't he? He said that the player, I can only see football through my eyes. He says this all along, that he won't be swayed by anybody else. It's his way, and he's got blinkers on. Ange Postecoglou. He wants it his way, no interference. He makes that decision. If it's a player that he sees that's got the right attributes, the right player for his system and that, then he'll have that player. And if it's not, he won't be swayed by anyone. It's quite clear.
Yeah. And it's not just Postecoglou that's found him out. Like you had Neil Warnock called him out, and then Daniel Farke has called him out as well. You know, like there must be something missing. The talent is there.
It is weird because I read a post today saying that that Conte spoke with him on the phone, and that was a big part of getting him to join. And then Conte goes on to then call him a club signing. I thought that was weird. But again, that was another tier 3 shit post I read on Twitter. Yeah, it was a weird one all around. No, not even close. So. Some comments in here.
The Ryan Sessegnon, you're right. The Ryan Sessegnon has been informed that he does not feature in Ange's plans, and Spurs are willing to listen to offers, but they're also willing to listen to offers for Brian Hill as well as Sergio Reguilon. But we all know now that Sergio Reguilon is a done deal to Brentford.
Yeah, to Brentford.
Right. Well, dang. Guys, real quick, we got some comments. Big love from everybody in the comments. I love all you guys. Shows we got 13 people still watching with us. That's an hour and a half in. You guys are G's, real ones, part of the La Familia for sure. We got real quick, Hasper TV is in the house. What is up, Has? Good to have you, man. Yes, always good to have you, brother. Yeah. But yeah, so apparently Niall Kane says that Townsend's ripping it up at Luton. I hope so. I hope for him that he finds a level that's good for him. He just loves playing football, and I hope he
Yeah.
gets to play and performs. And I don't know, big up to Andros.
Yeah,
Always got love for him.
when I see Andros Townsend on the football pitch, he looks quite beefy, but I've seen him in real life, and he's very slim.
Is he really? Because he does look like
believe
he does
it.
look like he's huge.
He's tiny. He's tiny. He's about an inch taller than me, so he's about 5'6". If
Damn.
anybody says he's any taller, they're lying.
Right, I'm gonna say good night to Ash because she says good night to everyone and she'll be
Yeah,
back at
good
11 tomorrow
night,
morning.
Ash.
She's saying good night to us, but Indian time now is bloody 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my
Ash
God! she's only gonna
Ash
get
is
4 or
different.
5
Ash
hours
is
sleep.
different gravy. She gets sleep whenever she wants. She sleeps when she wants.
Ash and
She sleeps when she wants.
Ash and Chan just don't sleep.
They
She
don't.
sleeps
They're
when
like
she
me.
wants. Ash P. She
It's
sleeps
called
when she
insomnia, by
wants.
the way, guys.
She sleeps
It
when she
really is.
wants. She sleeps when she wants.
But this is
All
her show. Yeah, she's on tomorrow. She's hosting Talk and Ball at 11 tomorrow morning GMT. So
Oh.
that's like in 11 and a half hours. She'll be hosting Talk and Ball. So if you can, come in and see what Ash has got to say tomorrow.
It's going to be a good show, no doubt, no doubt. And then there might even be
relate to
some surprise extra content from Ash. But we'll see. We'll see about that. I don't want to promise anything, and but just be on the lookout for some surprise stuff coming out, guys. So let me get this off of here. But Ash, big love. Thanks for being part of the team. We appreciate you.
Yeah, and then you've got Bobby's coming in with some names: Garley, Endon Bailey, and Cundy as a Keepman West fan. Daniel Lee's got Casey Keller, Radek Cherney, and Ben Elmwick.
The fact that I don't know the last two, I feel like is not a good
Oh
thing.
no!
I don't even know who they are.
And then you've got Bobby Case coming in with King, Vertong, and Perryman.
Oh,
Right, can I just say, Bobby K, I'm going to let you know now, right? On Saturday night, we're doing a show at 9 o'clock GMT.
That is it.
Evening. Right.
Yep.
We haven't spoken to Ellie yet, but Ellie, we're hoping for you to be on the panel as well.
Okay.
We are going to do select, along with the chat and our guests, we are going to select Tottenham's best 11. And we're going back to players from 1960 to present day. We will be picking 5 goalkeepers, 5 right backs, 5 right-sided centre backs, 5 left-sided centre backs. You know the deal, so on and so forth. And we'll be asking the panel what their thoughts on the 5 are and who their preference is. And then we'll be asking the chat. And the team will be selected democratically on the most votes. So we're going to pick a Tottenham All-11 Saturday night, 9 p.m. 2100 GMT. Yeah?
Yeah,
So
lovely.
just saying it because Bobby K's putting a load of players in here. So I just wanted to sound out that we've got that show coming up on Saturday. Jim is on the show as well.
Adrian too. Adrian as well.
Adrian Stroker will be on it as well. We've got Jimbo on it, Ellie, and we've got one other who we're trying to get at the moment. So then we're catering with people that will remember from the 60s all the way to present day, because we feel that there's players that are brilliant for the club that people may not remember, and that's why we've got panelists that will know all these players.
Educating my young ass, and so it'll be good. It'll be good for me.
So that'll be on Saturday night. So we hopefully will get people to tune in and select our best 11.
Have your say. Have your say.
Yeah.
That's the best part to talk about. Everybody gets to have their say. David, I agree, man.
Sandra would be awesome for us right now. You like Sandra, didn't you, Ellie?
Yeah,
I loved him, and he's not even that old. He was young. He was a young buck before he got hurt, and it's a shame that it's a shame that it couldn't have been like now, because he would be I don't feel like the injury would have set him back as bad nowadays with the way medicine is and the little advancements in knee surgeries.
Yeah.
And Adrian's here saying good evening.
Sandro was something else for sure.
Much better.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And Daniel Sandoval saying good night to Ash in Spanish. Right, I've got another snippet. Right, Fabrizio Romano speaking to Kick Streaming on whether Perisic will play for Tottenham again.
Right.
And his comments were, my answer is no. I don't think even Perisic is going to play for Tottenham anymore in his career because of the injury, and because of the injury, of course, but also because Hajduk split are still dreaming of Ivan Perisic in the January signing. So they are going to push next week, to make that deal happen. Hajduk want Ivan Perisic, so there's still a chance for Perisic to leave Tottenham in the January transfer window. But in any case, it's 99% guaranteed that Ivan Perisic is not going to play for Tottenham anymore. So with that, he's a second highest earner behind Sonny.
Yeah,
and
it's 185 grand, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Jesus.
So if a deal can be struck with Hajduk, I would do a deal with Hajduk the same as what we did with Lloris and let him go on a free.
Yeah.
And then like that, you're taking his wages off for the last 6 months. And that also helps with FFP.
Yeah, definitely. That's what should happen.
So that's where we are with that. Sorry, I just thought I'd bring that up because I'm looking for Tottenham news today, and that's what it came up as.
Let him go. Let him go. Get him out. Get him out the door.
I know where Ash is coming from with the lack of sleep.
I get it
there
too.
for 4.5 years.
Yeah. Sleep's hard to come by sometimes, for sure.
Yeah, I do Ellie, because sometimes I wake up in the morning, and Colin, Colin, I understand because Colin's on a different time zone. So I wake up in the morning, and I've got a message from Colin at 4:00 in the morning when I wake up. It's come through at 4 in the morning, and I think to myself, oh, that's all right, because it was Colin sent it at 10 o'clock his evening, but it's my 4:00 in the morning. But with Ellie, I've had messages off Ellie before, and I just messaged her when I've woken up saying, "Don't you sleep, Ellie?"
I don't. I'll probably get about an hour's sleep a night or 2 hours.
Oh my God. I get 4 hours is my
I haven't killed over and died.
She just says, I come alive at night, is what Ellie says to me.
I do. I really do. Because when I used to look after my mum, for 2.5 years, I looked after my mum, right? And she kept me up all night because she was so ill, right? So I was looking after her, and my clock has changed. I do actually come more alive in the night time.
Yeah, you've told me before in the past.
Yeah,
I come alive at night.
I believe it.
I'm the night owl.
So the last question that I've prepared, we're an hour and 36 minutes in, everybody, and this is gonna sound lame, but I'm getting sleepy. So I think that we're gonna start trailing off, if that's okay with everybody. But I'm gonna put on the old jazz tunes. We're gonna stop my camera because I froze. And I'm going to ask you guys, how much will Mickey's return change Tottenham's play? We've been playing, with our fullbacks to center backs basically, and we've now got Mickey who makes everybody more calm with his presence, with his ability with the ball, with his speed, and so I just wanted to know how much you guys thought that's going to change things. Will we see improvement just with him on the pitch, I guess? And it's kind of an obvious one, but I like thinking about it, and so I wanted you guys to think about it as well. We've got the blanket back, so
it's like the song goes, "Oh, Mickey, you're so fine, you blow my mind, hey Mickey." I mean, he's a fabulous player, isn't he? He reads the game so well. He's a speed merchant. You always feel safe when you've got Mickey there.
Yeah, I think it allows other players to get up the pitch, maybe be a little bit more risky, knowing that he's going to be there to mop up. Like Jose's mop up show that he does.
He's like a blanket.
He's going to, exactly. Yes.
Like I said, for me, having Van der Ven and Romero, and knowing that we've got Dragoshin in the wings as well, it just means that the rest of the team have more confidence in their play and in the structure of their play, because they know that they've got people that can do the jobs to the letter that Postecoglou wants. Do you know what I mean? So therefore it exudes confidence in everyone else around the team. And then when you've got my G playing in front of them, Lolo,
you guys know each other? Are you friends?
He's my G, Lolo. Lolo's my G.
He's coming over. He's coming over later for tapas.
Yeah, when you've got him playing in front of them, do you know what I mean? It's confidence. Everyone can see the confidence right through the spine of that team. Like, I'm not taking away Odoggy and Porro because they've been absolutely brilliant. So I'm not going to take away Odoggy and Porro because they've been brilliant as well. But when you've got your defensive lineup and you've got your number one defensive lineup, it gives confidence to the rest of the team, regardless who plays in the front six positions, because they know they can take these risks and that, because they've got them players at the back that can do the job that Postecoglou wants them to do. So for me, Mickey van der Ven, he's the blank. As I said, I've nicknamed him the blanket from day one, and it's brilliant to have him back. Brilliant.
Absolutely, I fully agree. And Bobby K said VDV is a diamond. What a find, freaking for sure. I think Jacob from United Spurs of America knew him from his days playing over in Germany. Knew him from the watching the German league and was calling out for him, and we got him. And so, if that's the case, big up Jacob, future scout maybe.
And Hasper wants to know, Ellie, how do you survive on 1 hour's sleep?
I just don't know. I just get through it. I
just
try.
don't know. She just doesn't know.
And she always looks $1 million, doesn't she?
I say she does it with grace and aplomb. Yeah, for sure. So
I tend to have a lot of Nespressos at night as well to keep me even awake.
Espressos, that sounds so good right now.
I just fancy a coffee at night, and I know it's not a good thing to do, but I'm awake anyway, so yeah.
Coffee at any time is good for you, I think.
So just to bring everyone up to date in the FA Cup tonight, right? There were 5 replays played tonight. Obviously, everyone knows that Bristol City beat West Ham 1-0.
Yeah.
Eastleigh, who are one of the lowest ranked teams, have lost at home 1-3 to Newport.
They've got to play Man United now.
Yeah, that's right. Newport have now got Man United. Bolton 1, Luton 2.
Well done,
So Luton are through. Birmingham 2, Hull 1.
Well done, Birmingham. You just sacked Wayne Rooney.
And after extra time, it's Wolves 3, Brentford 2.
Ooh.
And who finished their ban today?
Ivan Toney.
Ivan Toney's the last day of his ban today.
Hell
He's available next week.
So he's available to play against Tottenham in our next home league game.
Lucky for us. Thank God, right?
Lucky for us that he can play against Romero, who will be fully fit then, and so will Van der Ven, up against Tony, who's played no football in 9 months or whatever.
That's a good point. I like the way you put that. That makes me feel better about it.
I've got no fears. I've got no fears at all about playing Brentford at home, I tell you.
Boom. I love it. I love you.
And what I'm sad about is that they've signed Reggie, and Reggie can't play against us. I'm sad about that, because I reckon Johnson, we all want Johnson to do well and shine. I reckon he would have shone up against Reguilon.
You're probably right. Yeah.
And then tomorrow, obviously, we've got some further replays tomorrow, or the last set of replays tomorrow. We'll put Blackpool in against Nottingham Forest, Bristol Rovers in against Norwich City, and Everton in against Palace. And then after them 3 games, then the next round will be full. It will be just the teams that have got through that play each other next week.
Yeah.
Boom.
It's on the 27th we play, isn't it? Friday the 27th.
We play Friday.
We've got some minnow of a team that we're playing too, right? They're like some backyard nobodies, right?
Yeah, we play Friday and then we play again. Then we play again.
Nobodies, but they're not. They're somebodies now.
Sadly.
But then we play again. The difficulty about this is we play Friday in the cup, and then we play a league game on Tuesday.
Oh well, we're good. We'll be fine.
And then
I will say this.
I think then we're back playing again at the weekend, aren't we? After that.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, good thing Erling Haaland isn't going to do a thing against us, and I'm calling it now. I'm calling it. Call it
as much as you want. Haaland won't be playing against us. Haaland will still be injured, I reckon.
Well, good.
I reckon Haaland's injury was going to keep him out. Haaland won't play against us.
What injury has he got?
He's got a foot injury.
Penis.
Okay.
But when you look on the I don't know if you do fantasy football. When you look on fantasy football, they give you the dates because the Premier League gives dates of when people are likely to return, and he's not returning for the FA Cup game. I know fantasy football is not about cups; it's about league. But the date that they've got him coming back means that he won't be playing against Tottenham. I don't think.
Yeah.
I'll be very surprised. And if he does play against Tottenham with a dodgy foot, then play him with a dodgy foot. Fine.
Right. He ain't going to do anything. Daniel, I agree, though. Yedlin and Spence, both super worthless signings. Yedlin has had a little bit of a career, though, but I feel you, man. And that concludes FA Cup business. You guys, I think that's pretty much everything we needed to talk about. Yeah. It's been beautiful. Ellie, it's been wonderful having you as always. Jose, great seeing you at a different time of the day.
Yeah, I know. I'm happy. Thank you very much. I'm happy to see Ellie back because we were missed her so much when she went well.
I'm sorry.
We were messaging us saying,
actually, because this is my spare room, so nobody wanted to go near me.
Yeah, we were saying we want her back on our screens. And we're so happy to have her back. It's brilliant to have Ellie back.
I love being back as well, and I love
having a healthy Ellie makes a healthy place for all of us.
100%. Couldn't have said it better myself. So, guys, with that, I think we are about to end. Ellie, again, thank you for making time for us today. We truly appreciate you giving us time. Jose, thank you again for your time. I know that, it's getting late. Thank you, buddy. And, everybody, thank you. Everybody that's watching, thank you for your time. I know that it's precious. There's other things you could be doing, other channels to watch, other things to do, people to see. So thank you. Sean, good night to you, my guy. He says, "Cois," and good night to La Familia.
I like all these people learning the lingo, man. It's superb.
La Familia. La Familia. That's what it's going to be. That's what the memberships are. We need to make sure that. So everybody, thanks for that. If you want to grab a membership, please don't feel like you have to. But if you want to, the link's pinned. And it is obviously on the page itself, the Facebook page. YouTube
night,
page.
Bobby.
Night, Bobby. Yeah, you have a great one too, Bob. And everybody, we'll steal.
I sent Bobby some funny stuff yesterday. Made him laugh.
Yeah, he's easy to make laugh though, so we'll have to see how funny it was. So you'll have to send it to me so I can see it. But guys,
just a reminder: tomorrow's show, it will be at 11 in the morning with Ash. Yes. We won't be doing a show at 4:00 tomorrow.
That's true.
Ash is doing a show, and we won't be coming on tomorrow. So there's only going to be one show tomorrow, and that'll be Ash's at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yep,
she's part of the team, so she's going to be doing her work tomorrow.
Yep. And everybody come out and support Ash. She always puts out good content, and tomorrow will be no different, I am sure. So everybody come check it out.
And look out, hit the notification bell and look out because Ash might be also doing a premiere for her White Chat Lane. She might be releasing a premiere about the Man United game and that. So it won't be a live, it'll just be a premiere.
I just want to big up Beth England, who came back from a serious injury and got a brace yesterday.
She scored twice, yeah.
We came down from 2-0 down to win the match 3-2 in the Women's FA Cup. So
you
well
gotta
done, Spurs ladies.
Hell yeah. That halftime team talk must have been something else. Nice job.
Just before we finish, we got to remember that David Shear gifted a membership. Chan came in and gifted 5 memberships.
Dang, you son of a gun, you're too nice.
And David Shear also put in a super chat. So thank you very much, guys, for supporting the channel.
Absolutely. Talking Ball would be nothing without you guys watching. So to everybody out there, thank you. Just your time and we just love having you and creating this big family. La Familia grows and grows.
Yeah.
Buenas noches. La Familia for life.
Gracias a ti, Daniel, por venir aquí. Muchas gracias.
Yeah, I'll say it in Greek. Galinistas as.
And I'll say it in English.
And Ben's just coming. West Ham have gone, and he says no one likes West Ham. Well, we did a keep in West Ham tonight, and it was a right crap one, Ben. And just to say, the players that we sent today were Harry Winks and Darren Bent. So we've definitely helped West Ham today.
And everybody, another thing I wanted to promo just a little bit is everybody get ready in the near future for a bit of crystal ball gazing with Jose. That's something I'm working on making him do He
I'm
doesn't
glad.
really know a lot about
I was just going to say, I'm glad that you know, because I know nothing about this.
it. Yeah, it's I can't let you think about it too much. I need
You need me to gaze, so you're not going to tell me. You're not going to give me any idea until. But it's like every show we do. Every show you do, you prepare the banners and then ask me questions, and I don't know what's coming up. So I suppose it's good because then you're catching me off the fly. So.
the people love it. The people love you, Jose. So
and then Richo, you got Richo just coming. Good evening,
yo,
Richo.
Richo. What up, homie?
We're just finishing up, mate. We've been on since 10 p.m. GMT, so maybe hit the notification, Richo, to see when we're next on, mate. But we'll gladly have you on and serve you up a treat if we possibly can, mate.
Yep, and be sure you can just flip this back and rewatch it. The live chat will come back up too, so you can see all that, all the fun, all the goofiness.
Look out for the keeper West Hams that we did. They were interesting tonight.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Yeah.
And good to have you around. Good to have you in the family, brother. All right. Well, hey, everyone, we'll steal what Jose always says, and that is trust in Ange. Yes. Anything else? Any other last words?
Yeah, we've got to win the league.
Anything I say, you nick. So you know what I mean. Anything I say, he nicks. So I can't say nothing anymore. He's nicked me in Ange we trust. He's nicked me. Come on, you Spurs. He's nicked everything off me. I can't say anything anymore. You
gotta watch out. I'm like a Liverpool guy. I'll steal all your stuff.
Viva el Spurs.
Yeah, come on, baby. And we'll play out. Of course, everyone knows we're playing out with, but it's the song about the player that we're missing so much. He goes by the name of Jimmy to some, James to others.
James Madison.
James Madison.
He goes by the name of Genius.
Yeah, that too. All right. Bye, everyone.
If genius is spelled with a G, then it's Lola. Sure.
Love. Much love, everybody. Thank you for your support.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
My team has got James Madison. James Madison is what we need. Whoa, thank God we got James Madison. This kid plays ball like you would never believe. Whoa.